That box is all for you, Marlene. She says, but you've given me boxes before, and I'm more interested in hanging out with my pal Wally. Little potty break for Marlene. Wally and Marlene just joining each other after being separated for feeding. Welcome everyone to today's live post. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day I should say. We're about halfway through the week here. Looks like I might be following Wally and Marlene over to their second habitat. As many of you know, Wally and Marlene have the TWS 2-for-1 deal, 2 expansive habitats for one group of cats. So let's go walk around the corner and catch up with Wally and Marlene. Happy to have everyone on today's live post. You're tuned in to the one and only Wildcat Sanctuary. We're forever home for wildcats in need, just like Wally and Marlene. And once we get those two on camera, we'll talk a little bit more about their story and how they came here to the Wildcat Sanctuary and now the wild at heart life they live here. And of course, Wally and Marlene, I just mentioned they just finished their meal. And you know, what does your cat do at home when it finishes its meal? It's going to go around, maybe have a little potty break, do some grooming, and of course, maybe just inspect their habitats. We saw that box I placed in there for Wally and Marlene, but traditionally these two aren't a huge fan of boxes. But hey, at least we're giving them a little something extra. Isn't that right, Mr. Wally? Hey, big guy. Here's Wally just surveying his habitat. We'll see Marlene. And there's Wally doing one of his favorite activities, rubbing on that tree. We've saw Wally's former home in Indiana, and both Wally and Marlene shared a space, and it was pretty minimal. These guys didn't have any grass to walk on, only kind of mud and a hard substrate, concrete. No enrichment, no trees like we just saw Wally rubbing on, and you can imagine how special it was when we first let Wally into his habitat, and to see him go up to every single one of the trees and rub on it. Really a special moment, and really just kind of solidified the fact that Wally is here at TWS and is ready to take advantage of the amenities that we're here to provide them, courtesy of your support, of course. And another great thing about Wally and Marlene and all of our cats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, you get to see them doing a lot of that on today's post, is they have choices. Marlene's like, all right, I came over and walked around this habitat. Now I'm going to go walk around this one, and maybe I'll go and spend some time on that platform or lay on this patch of grass. It's all up to Lioness Marlene, and that's the least we can do for our residents, is be able to provide them options. And that's one thing that we really pride ourselves on here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Let's look at some comments. Beautiful cats, thank you for saying that, Amanda. Hi, Elaine, thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, Eileen. Hey, Tony, thanks for joining us. Wally, that's right, Mr. Wally. Here's Marlene, still doing her rounds. And just like your domestic cats at home, these guys always like inspecting things. They were both separated in their indoor bedrooms for feeding. And now that they have access to their habitat again, you can see things are a little soggy. We had some rain last night and some more today. But as you can see, just kind of like your domestic cats, they're going to prowl around, smell, do some scent marking. Hopefully, spend some time with each other, laying under their perch or platform. Wally and Marlene really do take advantage of the amenities we offer them. And one thing we've been saying about these two ever since they arrived, it's almost as if they've always been living here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. They just kind of came into the swing of things so fast. Happy Wednesday to you, Leopoldine. Hopefully I pronounced your name properly. Hey Karen, thanks for joining us. And speaking of platforms and perches, looks like Marlene is going to assume the position on her throne here. Lori Heath, Wally is all about the pine trees. You are right about that. Wally loves those pine trees. And we're so happy we get to offer those to him. Let's see. Going through the comments. Daria says, awesome, my brand new sponsor, Lady Marlene. So nice to see her in her live. Well, first, Daria, thank you for sponsoring Miss Marlene. That's so wonderful of you. And of course, that's just one of the many ways you can support the cats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And the sustained support that comes from sponsorships is really goes a long way for our residents. For example, we had Love at the emergency clinic last week. All of those sponsors were informed immediately on what was happening with Love. You guys got updates, and of course were able to kind of be there right there with her as we were kind of getting her back up to snuff, if you will. Love is now safe in our hospital. You guys got to see Tammy on Monday, kind of talking about her a little bit. But that's just kind of a recent example of the type of engagement that you get as a sponsor, I should say. And you know, not only you're able to get those updates as you request and photos as you request, but you're also included in important updates about the cats. Looking at some more comments here. Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining us. Marilyn, hope you're doing well as well. There's Daria again. Always like acknowledging everyone in our comments here. It's great to interact with our TWS following in real time. If you're just joining us, happy to have you along. We are hanging out with Wally and Marlene here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Wally, here's some shuffling of the caretakers a couple habitats away. Caretakers are actually cleaning wild woodlands, and frequently through these live posts, I'm going to walk around to the other side to get a look at Marlene's beautiful face. But frequently during these live posts, you'll hear kind of the buzzing of UTVs and caretakers always kind of humming around the sanctuary. And very simply, they have a lot to do in one day, whether it's cleaning, whether it's placing enrichment, whether it's construction. Oh, look at that. That's a nice flooded walkway. They really have a lot to do. And you guys have heard me kind of say this on live posts, but it's always worth commending our staff members as well as our animal care interns for the work that they do for our residents. It's truly incredible. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, they're out there caring for the cats, and they're the ones, in addition to your support, make this all possible. Now, a little bit of a soggy walkway on the other side. We're thawing out here in northern Minnesota. The ground is beginning to thaw, and hopefully that water that's kind of resting on the ground is going to go bye-bye and drain here soon enough. But it looks like Wally and Marlene, they're looking at their caretakers who are cleaning Miss Sabrina's habitat across the way. I see Chupino, who's hanging out right under his perch, so we'll go and spend the last part of the post with Mr. Chupino, the lion. Lauren Elizabeth Wynn, wow, y'all got some rain. You are right about that. I think we have some more rain coming today, as well as all tomorrow, and then tapering off on Friday. But as the saying goes, April showers bring May flowers. And might be hard to tell on the live post, but things are greening up a little bit. Some of the trees are starting to bud. And Gina was also pointing out some flowers in the garden that are in the memorial pavilion in our garden near the animal care center that are popping up. So spring is here, and that's just one of the caveats of spring is wet, soggy conditions. And of course, we're doing everything in our power to make sure that our cats are comfortable during this kind of transition period. Caretakers are laying down wood chips as well as other types of dirt just to kind of raise up the cat's favorite walking paths if it indeed is going through water. But as you can see, many of the habitats are water free. It kind of will drain out to the sides like you saw, and not to mention that a cat like Chupino and all of our residents here at the Wildcat Sanctuary get to take advantage of their indoor bedrooms if indeed things are a little soggy for this temporary period. But you're right about that, Tara Larson. Thank goodness better weather is coming. We are happy about that. I'm looking across the way, and looks like Shanti's in her bedroom. I know that everyone had been asking about Shanti, and we're actually planning on doing a live post with the queen herself tomorrow. And so I want her to get all the attention on that live post when we spend some time with her. So look forward to that live post tomorrow. But I'm looking over in her habitat and I don't see her in her manger. So I assume she's resting in her indoor bedroom. What do you think, troopers? Is it just a nice, calm, relaxing day at the Wildcat Sanctuary? Yet another one, for that matter. Jen McCabe says, Choops, you are so regal. You are right about that. It's great to see all the kind of different hairdos that our lions have. I wouldn't say that one of our lions' manes are the same. You have Chupino, Leo, and Mr. Wally across the way. They're going to be more of that traditional tawny lion colored, kind of that black and tan. But still, their manes are not the same. Wally has got a big old hairy belly. Chupino still has that belly hair that extends. And then, of course, we have Kimba and Gino with those two kind of golden manes, or white manes, if you will. Karen M. mentioned, better than having to shovel. Hear, hear. I think a lot of the caretakers could agree with that sentiment as well. Margaret Gilmer commented, my sponsor boy. I assume that's to Mr. Chupino. Hey, thank you, Margaret, for doing that. And I was talking about sponsorship earlier. Another thing I should mention is, of course, we are in the middle of Miracle Match. I shouldn't even say in the middle of Miracle Match. We're in the last month of Miracle Match, actually the last days, ending April 30th. And for those who sponsor cats, this month's, actually the past 2 months' sponsor payments had been doubled. And just a little extra incentive if you've considered wanting to support a cat and sponsor a resident here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. That if you were to do that today, that first month's sponsor payment is going to be doubled. And that's absolutely awesome, if you ask me, Chupino. Just one of the many incentives in donating during Miracle Match. You know, obviously, the donations are doubled, but then I certainly, of course, want to meet many of you, our supporters and followers here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and you could get that chance by donating during Miracle Match, and that donation enters you into a drawing to win a behind-the-scenes tour with Tammy here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And that's where you can meet the cats, you get to meet the staff, the caretakers, myself, everybody who makes the Wildcat Sanctuary turn. And yourself included, being a supporter, you are obviously just as important as every single person here. What do you think, Mr. Trooper? Should we let you keep relaxing and enjoying yourself? I'll just zoom out to give you an idea of Mr. Trooper's expansive habitat. All types of offerings that we like giving our cats here. You can see that towering perch above him. All types of trees. The grass is a little brown, but of course that's going to come in with some green, tall grass that Chupino certainly likes laying and hiding in. And of course Chupino's got his shared wall along Queen Shanti Diva where he can give her his lion kisses as he pleases. But what a special space for a special cat, brought to you by special people, you our supporters. So thank you everyone for making everything that you see in these live posts possible, whether it's the dedicated and compassionate care that our caretaking staff gives, or the enrichment that we give for our cats, all the way down to the expansive habitats, the diverse and nutritious meals our residents receive. All of it points back to your support. And we're just so thankful to have you all behind us. And of course, so happy to bring you guys the cats on these live posts that you do so much to support. So for now, I think we're going to call that a live post for this afternoon. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Wednesday, hump day, halfway through the week, people. And hope to see you on a live post tomorrow. I mentioned we're going to be spending some time with Queen Shanti Diva, and sure hope to see all of you there along with us. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.